Adhocracy News, March 20th, 2017. Today's top stories.
Imagine Dragons needs a video editor.
Cheerios saves the bees.
Heinz goes madman.
Hello, I'm JD Melville.
And I'm David Landeen, and welcome to Adhocracy News, where every week you can get the top stories about advertising, marketing, art, and design.
Yes, and thank you for joining us. We're excited to have you on today's top stories.
Cheerios not only lowers your cholesterol, it also is saving the bees. Cheerios released an ad campaign about hashtag bring back the bees. It's a campaign to raise awareness about the declining bee population, because I don't know if you know this, but in the country, the bee population is being threatened, and bees pollinate most of the food. They actually talked about on their website, it states 40% of bee colonies in the U.S. collapsed in 2015.
Yikes.
1 in 3 bites of food we eat is made possible by bees and other pollinators. And so in order to combat this crisis, they are partnering with VCs seeds, and they will send you a packet full of wildflower seeds that you can plant, and then the idea is that more flowers create more bees.
I've got two little flowering, like little planters that I can put these wild seeds in.
You could, except for as of like last Wednesday at noon, March 15th, their goal was 100 million seed packets, and that was achieved.
Oh, really?
They're sold out. So
it's already been done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
we've saved them, people.
We did it. But it's a good campaign for them because, they have, like, the Buzz. Like, they actually even have on the website, where did Buzz go?
Well, and you may know them by Cheerios, but I think more than anything, everyone knows that they're Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
That is the name, right?
Yeah. So it was a very, good cultural awareness, good environmental awareness campaign done by them. And, they achieved that very quickly. So look for those wildflowers.
That's fantastic. So getting a book to the top on a bestsellers list is not an easy feat.
No.
It takes a lot to get there. But for one person, all it took was a couple of blank pages and a political climate. The book is called Reasons to Vote for a Democrat, a Comprehensive Guide. This was put on by Michael J. Knowles, and he is basically the editor, the head of the Daily Wire, a conservative website. And so he, in all of the interviews with him and all the things that he's shown and talked about, it's sort of a joke, right? It's sort of like I've spent 10 years researching this, and over this time, this is what I dug in deep, and these are the things that I figured. And
so it's surprising that a conservative website guru would put out a book called Reasons to Vote for a Democrat, except for, is that the joke?
Yeah, so basically it's 260 blank pages. It's got the title at the top of it, and as he's gone through the book, he's saying like, okay, this chapter, it was best left blank. I mean, because they don't want this or that. Pointing two different political statements.
So he did actually write stuff in the book. It's not like just a book full of blank pages.
He wrote like the title page, the copyright. He wrote kind of an index. But it's all blank.
It's all blank.
So that has risen to the top sellers list
on Amazon.
On Amazon, yes. And so it's sort of all of the people, all the reviews for it have kind of jumped onto that bandwagon and kind of said, oh yes, this book is comprehensive. And
I can imagine the reviews, Amazon reviews.
Oh yeah, people are have jumped on it. If you actually look on Amazon, you'll find hundreds of these different types of books.
Oh really?
Yeah, and they're all sort of a copy of each other. And of course, not to be outdone, a book called Reasons to Vote Republican, A Captivating Interpretation, was published by Shar Daly. So if you need a good gag gift, if you want to make a great political statement, hop on Amazon and look on their bestsellers list.
All right. Next up, Kia has partnered with the NBA to create air fresheners.
Yum.
Not really. So, what has the world been asking for ever since, air fresheners first came out? That's right. An air freshener that smells like the locker room of their favorite NBA team. Because, if you are sitting in your car and you close your eyes, besides the fact that you're about to crash, you can imagine your favorite NBA player stinking up the car with you there. Or at least that's what the video that Key released wants you to believe. They released a video about the smell people behind this, and they're like bringing out jerseys, and they're like swabbing the armpits of NBA players, and it's really funny. But then they also but it's also funny because then they get like the juice in there, and it's like the color of the team. It like ends up all the colors of the team, and they're talking about, well, this one smells like. And so it's actually it's as if the smell of the team actually embodies the town that they're from. When in reality, the people who created the smells, they said, we took into account the personality of the city, the history of the franchise, the culture of the fan base. I assure you our process was at least as thorough as what led to Michael Jordan's cologne. That which led to Michael Jordan's cologne. So, yeah, get your NBA air freshener at a Kia dealership near you.
So it's an actual product.
It actually is a product. You watched the video and I thought it was kind of a gag or a PR, just have this funny thing. But no, like something you would expect on April Fools or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, they actually did make air fresheners. They just kind of made them smell like the city, or like what's the iconic smell of the city. So
I can go in and get like a Utah Jazz.
Yeah, it would smell like smog. And actually, I'm not sure if they did all the teams, but they did. I don't think they did all of them, but they did. I think 12 teams. But it was clever, Kia.
Interesting.
That'll be the new tagline.
All right. So you've heard of art mimicking life, here is life mimicking art. In season 6 of Mad Men, Don Draper pitches an ad campaign to Heinz where he did the unthinkable of making an ad without actually showing the product, which at that time, if you know about ad history, sometimes ad men were sort of more just order takers. Like they said, we want ads, and they'd go, okay, yes, and here's a little bit of art, here's a little bit of copy.
Mm-hmm. Think freelance designer.
Yes. So this past week, Heinz announced that the 3 posters from Mad Men featuring fries, a steak, and a cheeseburger will run for real in New York via print ads and billboards. And the great part is that Heinz is actually giving credit to the agency, the current agency, David.
So they're giving credit to David, the agency, which is the one that actually came up with it. But they're doing dual credit, and the other credit is going to Sterling Draper Price. And they actually have like Don Draper and like the characters of Mad Men on there. And so Anselmo, that guy, yeah, Ramos from David, the agency. He said, it took us 50 years to get this approved, so never give up, never settle.
50 years because
that's when Mad Men took place.
Mad Men time and
I think 50s, and they finally got it there. But it actually is a really good ad, and the clip from Mad Men is one that I feel like, it's really...
When Don Draper pitches something, it's sort of iconic, and he just really gets into it and makes you feel feelings. I think it's also interesting because they're also bringing something of sort of kind of a fandom type base to it, right? Like you're building on something that people have gotten excited about because of a TV show, which in then tell is going to produce more excitement for your product.
Yeah. So the campaign is
interesting.
It's features those 3 products: the fries, the steak and the cheeseburger, and then just above it says "Pass the Heinz." And so the idea is all 3 of those. That's what you would think of it. You pass the Heinz, but it never shows the actual product.
Yeah.
On the show, it actually got rejected.
It's true.
50 years, people.
Well, next story. Are you a video editor?
Yes, I am.
Do you edit with Adobe Premiere Pro Creative Cloud?
I do.
Do you like the musical stylings of Imagine Dragons?
I do. Is this next story about me?
It might be. Would you like to cut their new music video?
I have a job, but yes, I would.
And would you like
Are we
to-
breaking up? This is the last episode of the show?
Would you like to earn or win $25,000?
We're breaking up the show if they're offering me that much.
Well, you're in luck because in partnership with Adobe, Imagine Dragons, and the Creative Cloud, they have released the footage of their music video, their new music video called Believer, and they are asking people to cut it. They're putting it sort of like almost like a crowdsourcing, putting it out to the world, letting people cut the video.
Would
themselves.
this be similar to like a logo type contest?
Slightly. The prize is a little bit better.
That's good.
$25,000 for the grand prize, $2,500 for the best use of Adobe stock footage that is provided, $1,000 for the fan favorite, most unexpected, best young creator for under 25, and the best short form from 30 to 60 seconds. So those are the different categories that you can enter.
That's awesome. It's like grown-up reflections.
It kind of is. You can also these also come with a 1-year subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud.
Like if you win those.
Yeah,
It's not like a participation trophy. Like
No,
if
there are no participation trophies.
I'm a millennial. What do they expect of me?
But if you want to sign up, if you want to do that, the deadline is April 8th. And you can actually go to makethecut.adobe.com to get started. And if you don't have Premiere, Creative Cloud, you can actually download the free trial so that you can use that in cutting that footage.
It's actually a great idea. They'll be interesting to see all the videos that win because putting that, like, you're just giving your footage out to this crowdsourcing. I think it could be really good. There was actually another campaign a few years ago by Walk the Line, Johnny Cash, right? And what they did is they took a video and you could color or draw one frame of that video, and then what you would do, like, so they actually had the video, but then you could recreate and draw one frame of that, and so by the end, like, they had so many people do it that the video looks really amazing, and you can just like watch this video, and every frame is like a stop motion type thing, but every frame
slightly
changes.
jumpy, but it's a different kind of drawing
but it was
style.
and you have some amazing, like, people could upvote ones, and it turned out really good. So hopefully, I hope there's a lot of creativity that comes out of this campaign.
Yeah, it should make for a very interesting, because they might have their style. They've shot it a very specific way with specific type things, but seeing the way that people could be creative with it might create some very cool stuff.
Yeah, when the final video comes out, you can expect to see it right here on Adhocracy News.
Absolutely.
Every Monday.
So thank you so much for joining us. What stories did we miss? What should we cover for this next week? Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to our videos.
Yeah, and make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you have suggestions or see stories that we need to cover from the past week or from this next week, make sure you shoot them out to us, and we'll add them to the list.
And now for a video to begin your week.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been.